publication of the Mannok 2030 vision marks a major watershed for this business. It sets a detailed framework which aims over the rest of this decade to ensure that this business becomes much more sustainable. We all know that right now we're in a climate crisis, and we have a responsibility to not just our 830 employees, but to all of our customers, suppliers, and the wider community to ensure that we create an environment and a sustainable model for the long-term success of this organisation. Our plan involves 36 detailed and specific targets that we have set out between now and 2030. We have made sure that we have examined sustainability in its very widest context, and in that regard we've looked at the 3 pillars on which our overall strategy is based. All of what we do as an organisation, we believe, can be incorporated in how we interact with our people, our planet, and our partners. On the people side, our very first priority is to ensure that we keep our people safe and that we have an environment where their well-being is protected and their learning is advanced at all stages of their career.
We have 10 main targets under our people pillar. Some of the main targets are 0 lost time accidents by 2030, an extension of our skill development programme to each employee, and the establishment of a comprehensive occupational health programme for all of employees. Our biggest achievements in safety to date are our award-winning safety hub that has contributed to a significant reduction in the accident rate on site. It's also important that we are taking steps and have programmes and initiatives in place to look after people's mental and physical well-being. We acknowledge the fact that we work in a large, complex manufacturing and industrial environment that does carry its own risks, but really everything starts with the safety and well-being of the people.
A number of elements of which we are already justly proud, I think, include our skills development programme, which has been very, very successful, our very extensive apprenticeship, graduate and continuous learning programmes, and also the very good work we've been doing over the last number of years in relation to mental health and well-being. Within the planet pillar, we obviously have a responsibility to ensure that the resources which we utilise are used sparingly and as efficiently as possible. And from a biodiversity perspective, we all have a responsibility to ensure that all environments where we operate are protected. But our greatest challenge is in the area of emissions and ensuring that we reduce our carbon footprint significantly and measurably over the next decade.
The key areas of focus under climate action are significant reduction in emissions and the decarbonisation of our processes, reducing the carbon intensity of our products, and also the decarbonisation of our fleet. Our main achievements under climate action are the displacement of fossil fuels by almost 30% by increasing the amount of alternative fuel that we use in our cement process. Also, we have reduced our carbon intensity of our clinker, which is an intermediary product before cement, by 11.5%. We have a headline target within the strategy to reduce our emissions by 33% by 2030. We've identified 9 key projects that will help decarbonise the business with a focus on the cement factory. Some of those projects fall into the areas of alternative fuels, alternative raw materials, green renewables, carbon capture, and alternative waste materials in our downstream products. The main focus under the biodiversity priority are the implementation of the actions in the Natural Assets Action Plan, the sequestration of carbon through tree planting to achieve even higher levels than our existing Biodiversity Charter Award. And we want to do that really in a nature positive way to enhance, restore and protect the local biodiversity. And to give you a sense of scale of that, is Mannok is a substantial landholder. We have nearly 2,000 acres on the island of Ireland, and the action plan really sets out a roadmap of how we can protect, enhance and restore species in that land, including protected species, and also how we can undertake a programme of using those land assets to sequester a greater percentage of carbon by 2030. Areas of focus under resource efficiency in the circular economy are energy efficiency, water conservation and zero waste. We would like to leverage Lean as part of our operational excellence program to develop products with a more circular economy focus that'll have lower carbon.
Within our food packaging facilities, there has been very important product development over the last number of years in relation to improvements in the circular economy. The new innovations there include our Orbital, Signum, Detecta and Recore products, which are very significant improvements on the precursors in that space. Looking at our partners, which includes our community, our customers and our suppliers, we have a number of very important and strategic actions within the sustainability plan, which involves working very closely with them in order to measure and mitigate our Scope 3 emissions. In relation to our community, we have a responsibility to play our part in ensuring the future well-being and economic sustainability of the people from which we draw our employees.
The main highlights under the partner pillar are our comprehensive educational partnerships that we have with local schools that have been recognised as best practice. We are financial partners to the Innovating Communities programme, and we financially support in a substantial way many social and cultural activities in the local community throughout the year. We're going to add 3 additional educational partnerships to the existing 3 that we already have. We are a member of Business in the Community here in the region, and we will aspire to achieve the highest standard within that over the duration of the sustainability strategy. We also want to develop the full heritage, cultural and financial benefits to the community of an important protected structure that we have on our lands, which is Slieve Rushen House. The main targets under the supplier priority is really for us as a business to work and collaborate with our suppliers to understand their carbon footprint and assist and support them in the decarbonisation of the supply chain. The main targets under our customer priority are the voluntary disclosure of our emission data and to be recognised as best practice, the achievement of our international standards management systems, and also developing excellence in product innovation to support the business in delivering lower carbon products to our customers.
The compilation of our strategy has brought together all facets of our business. We are an important cement producer in the country, and in that regard we are a high carbon intensive business, and our greatest challenge is in the area of emissions and ensuring that we reduce our carbon footprint significantly and measurably over the next decade. The goals which we have set in this plan are very ambitious. To get to where we need to be will require a significant innovation, collaboration and investment in new technology and ways of working that we haven't done before. We believe we have the ability to do that. We believe our people have the ability to do that, and we need the support and contribution of every individual who works in the organisation, and our partners, and obviously the community here as well. We have a duty, given our scale and the employment that we provide in this local area, to ensure that we create a model for long-term sustainability for the next and future generations.